Okay, hi. Welcome back to another Sunday video. My name is Sam, and that's Morgan. I don't know which side you're going to be
I
on.
think I'm on this side.
And we're going to be talking about episode 9 of The Missing Nine. And yeah, so can I
Stretch.
just say that episode
Just
gave
stretch.
me so much anxiety, like through the whole thing. And it wasn't even the present, it was all past. So they finally see the boat, which they were all kind of in La La Land about the boat. Um, but oh my god, so much like so the boat people don't even speak Korean; they speak Chinese.
Yeah.
And so they have one person there who speaks Chinese, and it's the CEO. And so they had to have everything translated throughout the whole thing. Thank God for subtitles. But the like constant back and forth and back and forth, I wanted to strangle each and every one of them and be like, get on the goddamn boat. Everybody will get there eventually. So
Exactly.
that's kind of how I was going through the entire episode. Is
Well,
like they're going to get on the boat, go or send someone else to the island and save them
well,
after.
I mean, yeah, I know. I totally get that, especially because of the fact that like the boat gets there, and at that time, I think it was just the CEO, the secretary, and the manager there, and the CEO is talking to the boat people. And the boat people literally were like, "Okay, we'll take you. Let's go. There's a storm coming." And how the boat people wanted to leave, and they were like, "No, no, let's wait, wait." Finally, when they got like were getting people, they were like, or so finally they got Gia and everyone on the boat, but then June, I'll call him Joe.
Juno and
Juno,
Bong he had to go back
no,
and
well, Junho went back to save the reporter,
mhm.
uh, and then like it was like a lot back and forth, back and forth. Oh, we forgot him. We have to go get him. We have to go get him. And literally, I hated how the boat people were like, "Well, there's a storm coming, so we might not we want to go, we want to go." And I'm like, I have to, like, it makes me. I don't want to say angry, but I definitely was like very disappointed in that kind of like that part because it's like I don't know about you, but like if someone's stranded on an island, I think I would wait a couple of minutes to let them gather everyone there instead of just leaving. Another thing is that if there was a really huge storm coming, couldn't they just dock on the island?
That's what I was thinking too. Is why couldn't they just stay on the island? Like, say there's a like tell them there's a beach around the corner. Come like dock on the beach or dock and then swim to the beach or whatever. Like we have food and everything, or they could
Yeah.
stay on the boat and then go in the morning when the storm passes. Minus the fact that Choi Tae psychopath is like out and about and at large, but still, like there were so many other solutions. Then like we gotta go. There's a nasty storm coming, like, and then everybody having to run and find the other people. And I'm thinking they all knew the boat was coming. Why didn't they just all go to the boat? I know that
Well,
the reporter, the not the secretary, whatever, the manager dude, and um, Juno all went to go find out like who was walking around, but why didn't Bong Hee and Gia go to the boat?
Well, here's the thing. What happened? I don't know if you're like. Well, this is what happened. There was static on the radio. They went
Mm-hmm.
out to go see if they could maybe get a boat. But the thing is that it kept on going out. It kept on going out. Even though they were calling them, it kept on going out. So I don't think they thought the radio was working, but I don't think the other castaways really knew that there was actually a boat there. Um,
Right.
but can we just talk about Taeho being psychopathic and coming back? I just like the fact that, but I do like the fact that the reporter and Juno were like, okay, let's go find the body, but they didn't want to tell everyone because they didn't want to like freak everyone out that he's back. And I like the
Mhm.
fact that he tied Gia and Bongi together. I'm like, that's not suspicious at all, but okay.
Right.
Um, and how
Instead
they
of being
were,
like, "Hey, hang out right here," like I'm going to tie you together.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And then, of course, crazy psycho pants Tejo comes back and he kidnapped my girl Gia, which I was pissed about. And the fact that he like, I like the okay, he kidnaps her, and then of course when the manager finds out, the manager is like, he's not thinking about the boat, he's thinking about her, and he goes
Right.
after her. And then when they see each other, and he's like, let Gia go, let Gia go, and the Tejo was like, yeah, she didn't do anything wrong, lets her go. But then 2 seconds later, he's like, you know what? I want to live. He's like, there's only one thing I want, and I want to live, and you all have to die for me to live. So he cuts Gia, and I'm like, what? Why my baby? No. And like, of course, thank goodness the reporter, instead of going to the boat, came back and hit Chao Teo over the head with a rock.
Okay, can I talk about the reporter not shoving him into the hole faster?
No, I don't understand why he didn't, especially because of the fact that, like, you had a perfect chance to just throw him in a hole or at least tie him up. It's like he paused. Like, here are the reasons why Chao Teho is good at what he's doing. It's because he does not pause. He does not stop and think, maybe I'm doing what I'm doing is wrong. Because
He
he
just
literally,
does it and
he
then
just
like
does
thinks
it.
about it later.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like I was looking at the reporter, I'm literally like up like this. I wish I Snapchatted because I didn't. But like the freak out. Actually, you know what? I think I saved one of them on my phone because I was Snapchatting you,
Mm.
and friggin' I'll have to resend it to you, and then you can put it up here somewhere if you want to, or I'll send it to you by email. But where is it? Yes, we're gonna take a pause break while Sam's phone decides whether or not it's gonna work.
Okay, we'll cut this part out.
Yeah.
But I
So
can.
I wrote, I can't handle this drama. This was about the time that he was trying to shove him into a hole, and he's just not, and they're all running back and forth on the boat, and I'm just, I couldn't handle it. I'm like, I understand, like, TV show, I understand that, like, we need the drama and everything to kind of keep going, but, like, when they keep making one stupid mistake after another, after another, after another, which is causing them to basically they're going to end up killing themselves if
Mm.
Choi Tae's psychopath doesn't kill them first. I'm like, just get on the dang boat.
Well,
The others that get left behind are gonna have to figure out how to survive for a little while and send like I don't know Coast Guard after them or something, or call a Coast Guard in. They have a radio. Call the Coast Guard.
yeah. Well, here's
I don't
the.
know if China has a Coast Guard, but
Well, of course they had to be like extra difficult in getting on the boat, but eventually they all get on the boat, and there's a scene where Junho is like the last one on the boat. He stops, and I think in that moment he's thinking about Taeho, and he's like, and you can see that he's contemplating because he doesn't want to leave him, but yet he doesn't want to bring him on the boat, and eventually he gets on the boat, thank goodness. But we all know that Chow Tae-ho, psychopath, gets on the boat, which I do understand how he got
how
on. Okay, no,
how did he
there,
get on the boat?
I know. So there was a scene where a tire at the end of the boat was kind of wiggling. And it was like, why at that moment when they showed me that scene of this tire at the end of the or at the side of the boat kind of wiggling or moving, I was like, is Shao Teho on the tire? Like, what are they doing? But yeah,
But
he like pops out of nowhere. And
how?
honestly, he's a ninja. He is a Death Eater and he can teleport or
Apparate.
I almost said teleport, apparate onto the boat. But I don't. Here's the thing. Here's the thing with Chao Teo, okay? I don't understand his character. I understand his character before because I get it. He accidentally killed Chaniel. Not Chaniel, Yul. He accidentally killed Yul, not Chaniel from EXO, but Yul. Accidentally, I get that. I get that. But what I don't get the fact is he was going on the ship to kill everyone. So he killed the shipmate first. But then, like, my thinking is okay, you kill everyone on the ship. Are you gonna kill the captain too? What are you gonna do with a boat? Like, you can't steer a boat.
Like,
Like,
okay. So let's turn the logic around of we're not good human beings. What I would have done was I would have gone into the area and have killed everybody in there,
mhm.
and then went and hid. Because
Yeah.
then you dock, you find everybody's dead, and because apparently he's like a Death Eater and can just like poof wherever he wants, he can be like, "Hey, I ended up here instead of somewhere." I don't know what lie he would come up with at that point because he's like a wicked manipulative liar
Mm.
who gets away with everything and drives me crazy. And we can talk about that next episode.
Wait,
But
can we just backtrack real quick?
he drives
Um,
me crazy.
there's a scene that destroyed me, and this was before Gia and the manager got on the boat, and Juno and Bonky were at the rocks, and the people on the boat were like, "Oh no, we're gonna go," and they had the secretary and the CEO with them, and they started backing up, and the like the faces that Juno and Bongi gave, it was like they were destroyed. They're like, "How can you leave us? Oh my god, like our own last chance." And my heart broke for them. I was like, "How can you leave them? Are you kidding me?" But I like the fact that Gia, the manager, came in the boat, basically came back thanklessly. But I don't know. Like, I would hope that someone's not that cold, the fact that they would leave someone back on the island. I
Hmm.
mean, you think, like we just talked about, there's so many different ways they could have gone about it. But instead, they were like, yeah, we'll wait 10 minutes. You're not on the boat. We're going to leave you. Who cares if you die? Yeah.
Which, like, you would think that the boat would have communication to the mainland and could have said, "Hey, we found people
Mm.
on a deserted island, and there's a major storm, and either A, we're gonna have to like dock here, or B, we need help,"
Mm.
or call the mainland and send some choppers in.
Yeah, exactly.
There are so many ways they could have gotten them off the island. So
Yeah.
many ways. I understand drama, and we need the dramatic whatever, and they need to get on the boat because we already know they're on the boat due to flashbacks and all of that. But there were so many ways to problem solve this through, and like there was just no common sense, I guess is the best way
Mm.
to put it, done with any of this.
Mm.
No, everybody should have stayed. Everybody who got there should have stayed there
Mm.
because it's like a really bad cartoon where like they're going in and out of the doors and they keep just missing each other.
Well, it's kind of like, with my thing, it's like the manager would not go anywhere without Gia. Bongi would never go anywhere without Juno, and Juno wants to take care of everyone. So it's like, I get why they were leaving. I get that, but it's like it was so frustrating because you're like, just stay in one place, please.
I was yelling at the TV. Actually, I kept coming out to the living room and then telling my husband how frustrated I was and how much the drama was just driving me crazy. It took me an hour and a half to watch a 1 hour episode because I had to keep pausing and walking away because I kept getting so frustrated. I'm like, I
Yeah.
just need this episode to end so I know what happens next because it's just driving me crazy.
Can we also talk about the fact that Teiho set up Juno for his DUI? I
Mm-hmm.
did not. I did not expect that. I thought, because I know that there were some rumors going around that it was Yol, but the
Mm-hmm.
minute that he came into the tent, I forgot the proper Korean name for it, but the minute he went into the food tent and he poured out his cup, I was like, shit, Waz is gonna go hit the fan. And my thing is like, it's so sad the fact that he has set up Juno for drinking and driving, and I don't know if Juno knew this, because I have a feeling that he knew that he wasn't drinking and driving, but he didn't know that Teiho set him up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really sad the fact that Junho still in a way loves Teiho and expects so much from him, but it's like every time he's like he has like a little bit of hope, or not even hope, but just a little inch of like wanting to make things work. It's like he
Right.
gets this horrible news, and my thing is like, why do you think Teiho would do something like this to him? Like, why? What was a reason to cause a DUI? So what do you think?
Right. Now, can we talk about too Juno taking the knife for Bongi?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that to the end of the discussion, but we can talk about it now.
Well, I when you were talking about like his love for Tejo, I think that's gone now. That's all gone.
Yeah, yeah, of
When he
course.
went and tried to attack Bongi, like and that was his new rock and everything.
Hmm.
That the feelings were gone.
Yeah.
Like I think that was the turning point. Tejo is now the bad guy. Like there's no friendship left. He killed
Hmm.
Yol. He killed Suhi. He now he's killed the whatever reporter dude, and I don't think anybody's aware of the pilot
But
of him
Bongi was
on the
told
pilot.
about it.
Oh yeah, that's
Suhi
right.
told Bongi.
So we all know his death count, and he kept forgiving him and forgiving him and forgiving him. But I don't think he will ever forgive him for trying to kill Bong Hee. I think that was it. That was the
Yeah.
straw that broke the camel's back. Done.
Yeah, I think so too. And then on top of that, we had an interesting conversation from the reporter when he was in the hole, and basically he told him that the case was reopened, and that Suhi basically knew the truth and was going to hold a press conference. But the new CEO, so CEO Jang, was trying to convince her of not doing it. And I felt like, there was in the beginning of her talking on the phone. I guess that was supposed to be the new CEO talking to her. And now I can understand why the reporter was on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
But in some aspects, in the beginning how she was so moody against Juno, and was like, my thing is like, why was she so moody against Juno? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you think if you're like, if she knew that he was innocent and she's like, okay, I know that he's innocent, why are you being such a moody teenage girl towards him?
Well, I think that Tejo had power over them even before the plane ever crashed.
Mm.
And in order to keep his trust long enough to get through the press conference, I think she had to act moody toward him.
Oh
Because we
yeah, that
see
makes
how
sense.
manipulative he is now. And he probably had the same manipulation like prior to. So she couldn't say anything until she finally revealed the truth. So I really honestly think it was all an act.
Mm.
Honestly. I
But
don't think that she actually felt that way.
I don't know. I don't know. I wish that she was there to kind of
Hmm.
see the fact that everyone does know the truth, because unfortunately she died before then.
Right.
Um, Another thing I want to talk about is, oh my god. So the end of the episode, the storm. Okay, so there was this storm. Of course, there's a storm because of what the boat people were worried about. It pissed me off so bad how the secretary went out. And was like, I can throw up, and he ran out, and he immediately like passes out. Like,
No, you get knocked out by the
well,
water.
not passes out, knocks out. And I'm just like, have you ever been on a boat? When it's storming out, you don't go outside. You don't
Right.
leave.
You stay inside
You
where it's
stay in
safe.
your
You go around the
cabin.
corner.
Yeah, exactly. You do not leave. And I like the fact that Juno was like, okay, I'm gonna go check on him. And then Bonnie was like, I'm gonna go check on Juno. And then, of course, Sketchy Pants Chateau is standing in the corner. He comes out, and the manager is like helping Gia. And then the manager's like, oh, Juno, get out of the way, get out of the way. It's dark. And he like turns around and gets stabbed. And then I was like, no! Like my Snapchat
Okay.
reaction was like,
So,
no!
um, oh my gosh. So Juno leaves in one outfit, and Tejo comes in with another outfit. How does the manager think he's friggin'? I
Well,
don't even know.
I
I don't
think
even
I
know.
think
Like
what happened
sometimes the
though.
logic.
No, well, what happened was he had his back turned to him, and he was trying to help
Uh,
Gia, and that's why he was like, "Hey, Galilei, I can't see." And then when he turned around, he was like, "Oh shit!" And the fact that I cried so hard when Gia was like, "No, Oppa, Oppa," I was like, "Oh no!" And and then the whole part with them fighting and how he grabbed the knife, like the blade part from Bonky, I screamed and cringed so bad because you guys, I used to work in kitchens and I know how sharp knives are. I know, like that whole thing just, oh, it makes me cringe because like you can easily just go all the way to the bone and, ugh,
well, the
no.
part of me was kind of hoping, like we knew it wasn't gonna happen, but a part of me kind of was like hoping that Bong Hee would now get like the justice they all deserve, and like even if she didn't kill him, just like martyr him enough to like keep them safe and maybe push him over the boat. But
Well, she
I'm
did
like
give
I
him in the
felt so bad
nose.
for her because she had this decision in her hand. And now she had to try and do something and she froze and I felt so bad for her because I think I would have froze too. Like
Mm-mm.
it's now my responsibility to protect all of these people and to do it I have to kill someone. I don't know if I could do it. No matter what they've done, I don't think my conscience would allow me to do it.
Mm, exactly.
And so like she's confronted with this life or death situation literally and he takes the knife from her and I'm just like, oh my gosh, they're all gonna die. Like we
Yep.
know this, but like in the moment I kind of forgot the rest of the episodes and was
Me
like, oh my
too.
god, they're all gonna die and like this is it, this is the end and then I was like, well, they're already back on the mainland, so what happened?
Yeah. Well, the I was joking beforehand when I saw them on the boat. I was like, "Oh, watch they're gonna get shipwrecked," and they got shipwrecked. Like they have such sucky luck. And now I can understand how she floated out to sea, like how she got
Right.
to the island, because she's pretty close. My question, oh, I don't want to ruin it because that's the next episode. But to talk about off the island, like present. Oh wait, hold on. One thing I want to talk about the flashback we had in the beginning of this episode of Juno and Teo by the way, Yol was on this, which really annoyed me, but how they were like doing a photo shoot of the dreamer, like as they were in the group, and that broke my heart. I mean, Misty Nine, let's talk about this. You need to stop giving me flashbacks because I'm gonna keep on crying, and I don't like crying, and I hate you. So stop giving me flipping flashbacks to cry at. Like, stop it. But yeah, that flashback killed me.
Hmm.
Absolutely killed me.
Well, it's
Um,
like it's all happy memories, and then you're like destroyed because it's their friendship is gone, and it seems like they like from what little bits we've gotten, they've had really good friendships,
yeah.
and now they're put into a situation that no human being should ever be put into, and they're like Yol's dead, and Choi Tae-ho has become psycho, and Juno has had to protect these people from from the one person that he thought he could trust.
Yeah.
And we've learned time and time again he never should have trusted him even in the beginning.
Here's the funny thing. This whole thing could have been avoided if he didn't kill the pilot. If I mean, I know the whole thing with Jae-hun was an accident, but he didn't have to give Juno a DUI. He didn't have to kill the pilot. He didn't have to kill. I mean, Yol was an accident, but really, he didn't have to try to kill a reporter. He didn't have to kill Suhi. I mean, he could have honestly just, if he used his brain and not his muscle, he could have figured it out. Another thing is, I want to talk about the DUI real quick. I just thought about it. I think the reason why he did the DUI is to break up the Dreamers because it looks really sketchy for him to leave the group. But if Juno, the one who basically killed Jae-hun, does a DUI, then
Mm-hmm.
it's
And
his
then
fault.
Taeho's the one who calls 911.
Yeah,
We're gonna get that tape back.
yeah.
Because I think the only reason they would show us that is they're gonna like because they're gonna have to solve the mystery. Like we still got way too many episodes left. They're gonna have to solve this mystery and put Juno's name back in like the green light. And in order to do that, they have to take down Taeho.
Mm.
And I'll discuss it a little bit more of what I think of like what's going to be happening in our next discussion. But that phone call is big, and they
Yeah.
need the recording, and they're going to have to get it from Suki's brother.
Yeah, that makes more sense to get him. Now I understand why he's actually part of the cast because he's like basically their legal help. Another thing is the fact that now with the secretary basically blaming Juno for the death also. I like the fact that Bong Hee was like yelling at Chairman Joe, was like, let me talk to him, like let me talk to him, and she's like, no, you're gonna get involved in this investigation. If you get involved, you can be charged. And Bong Hee was like, you know what, you're just blaming Juno because you think he's dead. You think he's
Mm-hmm.
dead, and he's the only one you're gonna blame. And the fact that the secretary was told by the chairwoman, Joe, that um, he can't change his trust testimony, and the fact that he was like, I know, but you could tell that he was upset, but he didn't want to do it, but he was upset. And that what pisses me off about the secretary is that if you guys, here's the thing, if you guys stick together, you're less likely to die. You're less likely to like get killed. But considering the fact that he split up from the group and now that's what he's gonna do. But also the thing is that the secretary becomes the new vice president
Yeah.
of the company, and so you can definitely tell he's paid off by the
Mm-hmm.
company or by Chairman Joe to rat out or to basically blame Juno, which was
Yeah.
really
And
upsetting.
friggin' Taeho and him going like, no, you worked really hard to get to this position. Like, everything about that conversation was just creepy.
Yeah. Also, oh my god, I want to talk about this. There's this scene in this show. Oh my god, I love it so much. When Bong Hee's mother was going to like buy something, and there was these ajumas outside, and they were like gossiping about Bong Hee, about how she's mental, how it's like sad that she's not married yet because she's mental, and then how her mother went up and like poured soy sauce all over them and was like, "Don't gossip about other people. Don't talk behind their back." And I was like, "Yeah, now I see where Bongi gets it."
Right?
Yes.
I love the mom in that. She went all tiger mom on their asses and freaking was like, you don't talk about my child like that. And like the whole thing that sparked their conversation was seeing her. So if you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna talk behind someone's back, not that I'm saying anyone should, because it's just not right. But if you're going to, don't do it when the person is within listening distance of you. Let's just put that out there, okay?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you're gonna gossip, make sure the person's not around.
Yeah. Especially because, I mean, ugh, yeah, that. I was like, I was so happy if Bongi's mother did that though, because that just shows you where Bongi gets her personality from. But also we had the scene where Teo told Bongi that there were two more survivors, and I was like, please be Gia, please. And she,
I was
and
hoping for Juno. I was like,
I don't,
seriously, I was hoping for Juno.
I knew Juno was gonna be the last one. I knew it. I knew it in my heart. So I was like, I don't
Shut
care.
up, because that's
I
the
just
next episode.
I was like, well, I was like, I want the manager. I want Chia. That's the only two ones I get, and we got it. And I was so happy. I screamed. But
Bongi, the look of sadness when it was
yeah,
those two who came around, and then when she found out that it wasn't Gia who asked for her, but the frickin' manager.
yeah.
And he's
But
like, Bongi! And she's like,
oh,
where's Juno? And then, like, the whole memory came flashing back. I
and
felt so bad for her.
she was crying her eyes out. I felt bad too, and it was so. I feel like I would just want to talk about Taeyong real quick. Sui's brother, I feel like in the beginning he was so about like I'm gonna find my sister's death. I'm gonna find who did it. I'm gonna basically make sure they go to jail and make sure the justice gets served. And all his attention was at Bong Hee. But now that he's realizing Bong Hee is not who everyone thinks she is, he pretty much like pulled back and he I feel like in a way he's a little bit more protective of her and a little bit more like instead of figuring out who killed his sister. He's more about like let's finding out not finding out who, but he knows who. He wants to get Teo in jail. He wants Teo to serve justice, and I like the fact that it's not about him. Oh, it's kind of about revenge. But in a lot of K dramas you watch, a lot of times they find someone that did something bad. They're not going to call the police on them. They're not going to let them go through the justice system. They're going to murder them or do something really bad to them. But it's really interesting to see it with his way is that he wants them to be in jail. He wants the legal to take care of it.
Yeah, the legal process.
Yeah.
I appreciate too that like he took Bong Hee with him to the hospital and everything.
Yeah.
And I was it this episode? I'm pretty sure it was this episode when he called the special investigator lady, Joe.
Next episode.
Was it next episode?
But
But like I just appreciate that like well first of all he has sources, which is kind of sketchy. And I think you talked about this with me too that like you think he's in the mob or something. Cuz he has way too many sources that like even the top officials like don't even have. So they didn't even know that who the two were, which I have another thing to say about that next discussion. But he didn't even know who they didn't know who the two were. He did. He
yeah.
knew that the manager was requesting for Bong Hee, and so Bong Hee went.
Yeah.
Which just they're all chess pieces, so they're right where they need to be to go into the next episode, which was crazy too.
Yep. I think we talked about basically about everything in this episode. Is there any last thoughts you want to talk about, Sam?
Okay, so Choi Tae-ho is a psychopath,
Yes.
as I complete every discussion that we have. Um, I like now we're coming to the end of our past island flashbackness,
Yep.
and I feel like now we're gonna start sticking into the present.
Mm.
And so I'm really excited to kind of go forward with Bong Hee clearing her name, clearing Juno's name, and figuring this crap out because now we're in a position we know all the players, we know everything that's happened, we know the past, we know the truth. So now how is she going to prove that she's not lying and that she's not the accomplice? Because as far as everybody knows, or as far as like the secretary or no, whatever investigator Joe knows, she's the accomplice, as the secretary said, and Juno's the murderer.
Yep. So it's gonna be an interesting next couple episodes. Ah.
I don't know if I can handle it.
But anyways, you guys, I hope you guys enjoy this discussion video. And we will see you guys next time. Not really next time, because obviously we're going to see you in 2 seconds. But,
Yeah,
okay.
you're not bye, but bye. So
Okay.
bye, but
Bye.
not bye.
Bye.
Later. We'll see
Bye.
you next
Okay.
one.
Yeah. Bye. Hi guys, hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please feel free to give it a like. If you would like, you can subscribe to our channel. And if you want to check out our last week's discussion video, click somewhere on the screen because it'll be somewhere up here. And we will see you guys next time. Okay, bye. Not really bye, but bye.